It's a short drive around the few blocks of Mogadishu that the government controls. A very short drive. I'm on patrol with the African Union Peacekeeping Force in Somalia's capital, though they are peacekeeping in name only. Around 5,000 of these soldiers, mainly from Uganda and Burundi, help the weak transitional government cling to office. It's an administration under siege, holding a handful of strategic points in the capital, surrounded by hardline Islamist groups. Driving in armoured vehicles between outposts, glimpses of the destruction caused by nearly 20 years of civil war. It's impossible for me to get out and film. Not even these troops dare patrol on foot. I'm here at the African Union Peacekeeping Forces lookout at the K4 junction, one of the world's most dangerous road junctions here in Somalia, in its capital city, Mogadishu. The peacekeeping forces here keep a close eye out for snipers and regular roadside bombs.
Our main task here is to secure this junction because of the supply routes for our troops and the detachments in different corners.
Today, the radical Islamist group Al-Shabaab and its allies rule most of these streets, dispensing a harsh interpretation of Sharia law. In February, the group announced its allegiance to Al-Qaeda. It has forced out a number of aid agencies and threatens those who stay. Somalia's endless war touches everyone. This boy is 12 years old. He says he was snatched by Al-Shabaab a year ago when playing football with friends in the street. He tells me he was then injected with drugs to make him a courageous fighter. After escaping, he is now being cared for on the grounds of the presidential palace. At Defector, he says he cannot return home to his parents until there is peace. Inside the fortified palace grounds, the president can only hope government troops will one day be strong enough to start retaking ground. The European Union has begun a training mission for some 2,000 Somali troops in Uganda. The president is also hoping to win over fighters from the government's opponents.
There are a lot of efforts being put into developing the capacity of the Somali national forces so that they can hold their own. As you know, a country that has been in ruins for over 18 years, time is needed to rebuild those forces. And when you add in the continuous disruption of the terrorist groups that are fighting the government, that task is even more difficult.
But a promised offensive by government forces has yet to materialize. The fighting has forced half of the population of Mogadishu to flee to an uncertain life in wretched camps. For those left behind, life can be even worse, a daily struggle for survival, while the government and Islamist groups fight over the carcass of the capital. Jane Ferguson, 4CNN, in Mogadishu.